Hello guys, welcome back. In this lecture, we cover getRange, clear and tree mixes methods. Let's start with the getRange method. This is the syntax of this method. The getRange method allows us to extract a range of elements from a list and create a new list. As you can see, this method has two parameters. The index represents the position of the first element to include in the new list, while the count indicates how many elements should be included. For example, here we have a list with 5 elements. When we call the getRange method on this list and pass fun as the index and 3 as the count, this method returns a new list including numbers 2, 3 and 4. As you can see, this method is useful when we want to work with a subset of elements in a list without modifying the original list. Alright, the next method we want to cover is the clear method. This method is used to remove all elements from a list. It does this by resetting the count property of the list to 0, effectively clearing the entire list. In this example, we have a list with 3 elements. Before we call the clear method, we print the count and capacity of the list. Next, we iterate over the list and print each element. Then, we call the clear method on the list to remove all elements, and print the count and capacity again. After that, we iterate over the list again and print the elements. As you can see, the clear method removes all elements from the list, and when we iterate over the list after calling the clear method, it doesn't contain any elements. It's important to note that calling the clear method does not change the capacity. It simply removes all elements from the list, making it an empty list with a count of 0. Alright, the last method is the tree mixes. This method is used to optimize the memory usage of a list by reducing its internal capacity to match the actual number of elements in the list. In this example, we have a list that contains 7 elements. As you can see, we print the initial capacity of the list using the capacity property. Next, we remove the first 5 elements from the list using the removeRange method. After that, we print the capacity again to see if it has changed. Then, we call the tree mixes method to optimize the memory usage of the numbers list. Lastly, we print the capacity one more time to see the effect of the tree mixes method on the capacity. Okay, as you can see, the initial capacity of the list is 8. After removing elements, the capacity remains the same. However, after calling the tree mixes method, the capacity is reduced to match the actual number of elements, which in this case is 2. In general, the tree mixes method is a handy method to optimize memory usage when working with lists. Alright, in the end, it's important to note that there are many methods for working with lists that go beyond the basic course. However, in the upcoming courses, we'll cover them in detail. Okay, done. See you soon with another lecture.